He's basically come out and said, yes, I was playing a heel because these guys set me up and then my backup wasn't around and now I'm a babyface, guys. Can you please take me back? The man has been slating the fans since WrestleMania. Since that European show, Belgium, everything was the fans' fault. And then on this SmackDown, he said, I don't know who's going to leave with the belt between myself and yourself, Cody, but the true winners are the fans. Everyone goes crazy. Bollocks. And just like that, John Cena's heel run is finished. Cody Rhodes, John Felix Anthony Cena, Dwayne Johnson, Paul Levesque, all of you come to the front. Bring Travis Scott as well, because what the hell? Like, what the helly, for real? Like, what was that? Like, I just don't really understand what I saw. And WWE have basically just thrown away the last 5 months of programming at their highest level that they were giving us. It's their admission of we got it wrong. We absolutely got this wrong. And now that we are 5 months away or 4 months away from Cena walking away, now we are, within probably about 10 dates left for Cena. If that, we have to do something. We have to abandon ship. John Cena came out on Friday Night SmackDown and basically turned himself back to babyface. He said that, it was Cody Rhodes making this a street fight that had basically reinvigorated him, and it was what he needed to snap out of this weird trance of being a heel. He said something to this effect, right? And he buried The Rock. He buried Travis Scott ultimately. He almost basically buried the creative around this entire thing. I've got a quote here where Cena said, I signed up for someone's idea to do shocking TV. And then the people that were supposed to be on my team left me alone, pretending to be something that I'm not. So we all have come to know The Rock obviously wanted Cody Rhodes to turn heel initially. Cody Rhodes, Triple H, whomsoever rejected the idea. They then said, well, what about John Cena? Cena seemingly obliged and got on board with it. And I guess this is what he's referring to when he's saying that I signed up for someone else's idea to do up shocking TV, and then people that were supposed to be on my team, i.e. The Rock, Travis Scott, they were nowhere to be seen. They left me alone, pretending to be something I'm not. Crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. Just kind of putting out the business out here on Front Street, using that as a means to kind of turn back to a babyface. I just don't know. I don't know what to think. It's a very weird way to go. And I think it's safe to say at this point, even if they try to kind of rescue things from here, this retirement run for John Cena has been shockingly horrible. Especially now with this. You're not really doing any real story-driven way to turn him back to a babyface. You've basically sent John Cena out there, again, to kind of fix other people's mess. Hey guys, we all got it wrong. We went for a moment. The moment was great, because it was. But there was no follow-up, because the people that were meant to be involved in it left me in it. And I had to figure this out on myself with the creative team around me. And we've got it wrong. So now we're going to revert back. And of course, because WWE Unreal is a thing, we're going to give you all of this information now in the programming whilst we figure out how to turn me back to a babyface and I can kind of live out the last 4 to 5 months of my WWE career. Nonsense. Absolute bollocks. And at first, watching it, I was like, okay, I'm into this. And for those of you that watch and listen to Gorilla Position, you would have heard me say something, to the effect of some things that Cena was saying, that Cena should basically come in and say, this heel turn, it's not me. It was an admission of me wanting to not leave the WWE and leave behind the fans. I said all this. I said that when he turns babyface, this should all be stuff that he harps on, because as fans, not for 1 minute we've ever believed that this heel turn was real anyway. He has truly always been playing a heel. But now He's basically come out and said, yes, I was playing a heel because these guys set me up and then my backup wasn't around. And now I'm a babyface, guys. Can you please take me back? The man that has been slating the fans since WrestleMania, since that European show, Belgium, when he kind of had his first promo after WrestleMania. He said that the fans, they're not in his corner, they're not this, they're not that, everything was the fans' fault. And then on this SmackDown, he said, I don't know who's going to leave with the belt between myself and yourself, Cody, but the true winners are the fans. Everyone goes crazy. Bollocks. Honestly, I really don't understand WWE's approach in this. And we have to call these men to the front and we just have to say, you got this horribly wrong. Now, I think in all of this, it's very easy to point the finger at The Rock. But to be honest, from what we know, The Rock wanted Cody to turn heel. This was an alternative plan. From, if you believe WWE Unreal, they literally kind of all spoke about how, John Cena should be the one to turn heel. And then on the day of Elimination Chamber, Triple H and The Rock were here talking on the entranceway about how it's going to be done. It's very, very confusing how they've gone about this. And I'm here trying to, gather my thoughts together and gather together information of what we know. And the truth is, we're trying to make sense of something they never made sense of. They didn't know what they were doing whilst they were doing it. They didn't have a Scooby. They never knew. We know The Rock was called in because of ticket sales and Elimination Chamber. He had a SmackDown appearance and he had the Elimination Chamber appearance, and we didn't see him again. We haven't seen him again. We saw him pop up in WWE Unreal, of course, but that's obviously showing before Elimination Chamber and stuff. And then we saw his interview with Pat McAfee following WrestleMania, where he basically held his hands up and said, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Poor, like absolutely. This is nonsense. This is so far away from where WWE was in 2023, 2024. The booking, the excellent stories, the long-term stories, the long-term planning. We are so far away from it with this crap. Now, for me, the only other thing that people are saying is that this could be a ruse. Cena could be doing this to get the fans on side, showing the fans how he can easily manipulate them, how the fans are easily manipulated, and he just uses this to kind of get the fans on side and retain his championship at SummerSlam, and then post SummerSlam, it's like, ha, I told you so, I got you guys, ha. Like, I think that would be horrible. I genuinely think that would be horrible. Although I'm ranting here at what they've chosen to do, I'm somewhat here for them just abandoning what they're doing like how they have. Like, I'm somewhat here for them to just abandon ship, turn John Cena face, and let's just crack on. Because John Cena's promo was excellent. And I've been saying that since he's turned heel. Even though a lot of the content has been like, well, that's not true, and the fans haven't been against you and stuff like that. John Cena and his delivery and his cadence and the promos he delivers, what he spouts is always brilliant in terms of delivery and how he does it. This was no different. This was amazing. And I felt, and I've never really been like an over kind of John Cena guy, but I was like, let's go, this is great. Until I actually sat back and thought, this is shocking. From a storyline perspective, this is absolutely shocking. I can't believe we've got here. But we're here. So we just have to crack on. Like, I'm voicing my opinion because I think this is terrible. I think what they've done in the last 5-6 months has been awful at the top level. And they've abandoned it now, it seems. As long as this isn't a ruse, because that's the only other thing that would get me more annoyed, if John Cena's just faking this at this point now. And he's actually still a heel. But I think this is a babyface turn. And to all the rumours and the discussion online about will a double turn happen, I think the double turn has happened. And I said this last week when they were sitting at that table signing the contract. And John Cena was, quote unquote, giving excuses as to why he couldn't do SummerSlam. We saw Cody Rhodes go into the R-Way and retrieve Cena when he tried to run away from it all and drag him back into the ring and beat him up and make him sign that contract. I think that's, if anywhere, that double turn has began. And again, Cody Rhodes didn't really have much of anything to say on SmackDown. Listened to what Cena had to say, took the mic and said, "Welcome back, Cena." And they decided to drink real American beer on TV in this segment. Wasn't necessary, but anyway. They decided to drink these beers like a peace offering, like, let's have a beer, let the best man win on Sunday. That comes across like a poison chalice, in my opinion. It comes across as if, like, Cody Rhodes, okay, I've got him right where I want him, sort of thing. There's an element of it being a bit sinister, in my opinion. So I think the double turn may have already happened. I guess we just have to kind of see if it plays out. Now, the only way I think this story from here gets better is if The Rock turns up in that main event. So Cena, you called me out. You thought this and that about me. I thought you can get the job done yourself. You're here crying, making noise about me not being there. And then maybe we get what Rock wanted all along. Cody turns heel, aligns with The Rock, does something dastardly, wins back the championship. I think that could be a good way that kind of keeps fans somewhat thinking, okay, this is decent. This is all right. Of course, the live fan experience will always be more crazy once The Rock shows up and all of that kind of stuff, bleeding back to us at home and stuff. But I'm very, very surprised, and it's, the last thing I'll say is that you almost feel at this point, or I do at least, they're making content for WWE Unreal. Like the build to SummerSlam. Don't be surprised if Seth Rollins cashes in as part of the, if SummerSlam is going to be like the next series of Unreal, the build towards that. Don't be surprised if Rollins comes and cashes in at SummerSlam as well to be another arc in the next series. I don't want them to start playing up TV and just throwing a spanner in the works just for spanner's sake, just because you got WWE Unreal. Don't do that. Don't do that. But ladies and gentlemen, it seems to me that John Cena has turned face. Like I said, I hope to God this isn't just a ruse and he's not just acting like a babyface just to go back and turn heel again. Ha ha, I got you guys. It looks like John Cena has just turned to a babyface. And like I said, I'm happy they've abandoned ship in some ways and now John Cena can just crack on because he's at his best as a babyface. We saw that rah-rah speech he gave on SmackDown, which I thought was great. But I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments. Is this the right move? It hasn't been good. We've all said it hasn't been good. Are they right to just abandon ship? The way they've done it, very questionable. But is it the right thing to do at this point before John Cena retires? Let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. And my name is Mex. Subscribe here for more videos. WrestleManiac UK signing out. And I'll see you soon.